shot at come and take it, you think you can. Come and take it, but I want you. Welcome to the 2013 Line in the Sand event here in San Antonio, Texas. I'm Murdoch with Don'tComply.com. Here in part with Open Carry Texas and Texas Carry. Thank everybody for coming out. People traveled from all over the state, even from out of state, to get here today. Here in San Antonio, they have encroached on our freedoms, on our Second Amendment rights that shall not be infringed. We came down here to draw the line in the sand. I want to give a special shout out to Moms Demand Action for sensible gun something or other. Don't worry, ladies, we'll protect your First Amendment. Before we had 3 of our Open Carry Texas members falsely charged with disorderly conduct for doing exactly what almost all of you are doing here today. Law enforcement officers around here so that we can also help protect the peace. Arizona has been doing this forever. And you know, you hear these people saying, oh, but you know, if you have a pistol on you or you're openly carrying, you're making yourself a target. I have a bunch of responses to that. Number one, at least I chose to be the target so that you can get away.
Mexico has demanded us to deliver up our arms, which are essential to our defense, the rightful property of free men, and formidable only to tyrannical governments. That's what it was about. And they have that sometimes burden to enforce a law that's on the books that they may not agree with. And I will tell you, when we talk about San Antonio PD or DPS, you have to recognize that those cops on the street are not here to adjudicate, to evaluate the constitutionality, to compare a city ordinance to a state law that prohibits that city ordinance. That's not their job.
That if you're a veteran and you have any post-traumatic stress syndrome whatsoever in your file, that you're a criminal if you own a firearm right here in the United States. I understand that it also means that if you're a woman and you've been raped and your doctor says you have post-traumatic stress syndrome, well, you're a criminal if you own a firearm to defend yourself the next time.
But I remember when I passed the concealed handgun law, all of these municipalities passed ordinances saying you can't do that in their city limits, and they have no authority to do that. So, you know, SAPD is acting under an ordinance that is unlawful, unconstitutional. That needs to be changed.
25 years from now, if we keep electing progressive, phony Republican conservatives to the state legislature in the state of Texas, they're going to interpret our Bill of Rights in the state of Texas to mean not only can you not wear it, you can't have it because it's not safe, and we're smart enough to tell you.
George 235 years ago who wanted to disarm slave, or whether it was Santa Anna 177 years ago, or whether it was Adolf Hitler or Mao Zedong, these scumbags are all the same!
There's another place we should have put them, but we couldn't.
We're all the same folks. We want liberty, we want freedom.
Young veterans need to do something like these older veterans, you know, they went out and they fought.
The fight is here in America for the Republic right now. That's what's happening. So rediscover the Alamo, rediscover 1776, rediscover why America was different, because we're becoming a slave state like everybody else.
Stand up. Even if you are afraid, stand up anyway. That's what courage is. You think the guys that landed at Iwo Jima were afraid? You think more? Sure they were. They still went and did it. The guys that landed at Normandy Beach, Iwo Jima, the guy that stood here in the Alamo, understood what it meant to pay the ultimate right. And they did it willingly. You need to embrace your place in history. Don't say to yourself, oh, I wish I'd been born 2 generations ago. I could live in peace, in between the warriors. No, you were born here at this time as an American for a reason, and it was not to live on your knees.